facilitation in this modules, so that we can obviously go ahead and plan. So yes, please, but open, the floor is open. What you say will be recorded only for our notes, so that we can listen to this meeting again and then determine what is the best course forward to best assist you guys in this.
If we could just ask the students to post the student numbers in the chat function. Can you all see the chat function? Open the chat. I will just type evening Mac students. Good, Ellen, I can see that you've already posted. Okay, can you all see? Ellen has already posted. Okay, all right, I think we're good. Thank you, Charles. You can go ahead.
Kurt, I see your hand is up.
Sorry to disturb. Adele, it's
Yes.
actually only one student that is still in that other meeting.
Okay.
And she said, or he or she mentioned that they didn't receive the link to this meeting.
Okay, can I quickly send it to the person?
Yes, I actually asked them for their student number. I'm going to copy it now in the chat for you.
All right, and then I can quickly send the link to her.
So it's that 496-37320.
Thank you very much, Kurt.
No
Got it.
worries.
Okay, Charles, you can go ahead.
So yeah, guys, the floor is open. Any suggestions? So how we know? Okay, until I wait for a question, but please interrupt me if you have a question. Supamandla, I see your hand is up.
Afternoon, guys. How are you today? My name is Supamandla. I'm doing Mac 2601. Yeah, you asked how best to help us, and I think probably the best way it will be to have classes that are similar like to your FAC, because especially that are interactive, where we can do some practice questions as well, and where we find some challenges, we can interact on the classes. Let's say like we can structure them in a way where where we say, okay, on a certain date, on a day, we're going to be looking at this chapter as a normal classes. Then when we look in those chapters, probably we will expect that students come prepared. And if we come prepared, then probably we might ask their questions, and we also do some practical questions. I think probably that always works effectively for us on other subjects. So that's just my input.
Thank you, Supamandla. That is exactly what this facilitation is all about. It is not tutoring, so it's not a tutor or a lecturer that's sitting and presenting the subject. It relies heavily on participation. I do prepare certain slides just to cover the topic, the basic elements surrounding the topic, but the main purpose is to deal with the questions. So as you guys can see on the screen, so yeah, thanks for that input. That is exactly how Supamandla has explained it. That is exactly how we plan on doing it. If there's need for it. But if you guys check on the screen at number 5, that is my WhatsApp number. So that's my personal, let's call it my personal UNISA dedicated number. If you want to be part of that WhatsApp group, you send your module code. So you will say MAC2602 and your name and surname, and then I'll add you to that WhatsApp group, and then we start a discussion forum. So you guys will tell me that economic order quantity is your problem, or the analysis of financial statements, or net present value calculations, time value of money, or whatever the case may be, whatever is the problem. And then there will be a session and you will be informed as to what will be discussed during that session. And then we will unpack that specific topic. So instead of having a broad discussion where you only get a little bit of everything, you'll get a lot of one thing that might be a problem. Then secondly, I focus a lot on exam technique. So we go through the whole semester practicing questions in the comfort of our homes, where we don't always monitor the time and all of that. And then we get to the exam and we're not sure what to tackle first. Do we take note of times at the time? Do we take note of dates? Do we take note of what is actually being asked? Do we read what is asked first? Things like that. So every question that we do, I will do with you as if it's in the exam. So I will tell you for that question, you first need to pay attention to this. You first need to pay attention to that. Because as you all know, there's only so many topics per module, and they can only ask a specific topic in just so many ways. So if you practice a lot and you practice it the right way, you will be prepared for the exam, which is obviously the main point where we want to get at, is that you sit in the exam and you can actually tie what you've learned in theory to a practical application and then be able to do the question. Yes, Ellen. Ellen, you can just unmute your mic.
Hello.
Hi, Ellen.
I would think that hello, with the exam technique, yeah, it's something that like personally I need to really work on. And I've realized that with Mac, there's usually lots of information. Sometimes, like when I did my last exam, the Mac 1501 last semester, I spent so much time trying to decide what must I do with this information. So I'm not sure whether I'm not well prepared or it's just too much information that gets me confused. Plus, it was the first online exam as well. So not using that paper fill where you can highlight things. It also like really put me off there. So maybe if we can like focus on the online exams as well, not sure because we're not sure whether it's online or venue based as well. So maybe we can do better this semester as well.
Thanks, Ellen. Yeah, no, definitely we will focus on exam technique. How best we can simulate an online exam, that I cannot promise you. I can try from my side to see if I can't prepare something and then we schedule a day, and instead of having a class that's specific 2 hours, we have an exam. So everybody logs in, do their questions, submit it to me, and I'll mark it. So those are all things that we can plan and can try and do. So yes, nice, a good point. And yeah, you need to know what to do with the information, since they will give you more than enough information, and you need to know where to use it and when it is time to move on to the next question, because that's what we sometimes do, is we overspend on a question that we think we know because we've bargained on them asking that question, and then as you get to that question, it might be a bit more difficult than you used to, and then you end up spending more time on it, and you're basically stealing from the next question where you could have scored easy marks. And the moment that starts happening, it's a domino effect, and it really spirals out of control from there. Any other questions? Edith. Edith, you've got the floor. You can just unmute your mic.
Thank you, Charles. The question that I want to ask is just, since we all are MSc students from one year up to third year level, are we going to do the sessions for MSc 2601 and then MSc 2602? Or is the floor open for everyone?
Edith, that is also a very good question. Thank you. What we will do is we will have separate sessions. I have the study material with me. So what I'm going to do over this next week and over the weekend is I'm going to look at the study material and where, I'm just going to use that example again, where, for instance, the economic order quantity is discussed in both modules, there will be a combined session for that module, for that topic. Otherwise, sorry,
Charles, Adele.
Hi, Adele.
I didn't invite the first years. This is because there's a tutorial class for MAC 1501. I only invited the second and third years.
100%. So yeah, but to basically just answer that question, we will combine certain classes where the topics are similar. And then obviously if there's topics that do not overlap in 2601 and 2602, then there will be separate classes. But I will draw up a schedule, so you will receive your schedule in advance saying that this will be discussed in session 1 or session 2. And please, yeah, make use of that WhatsApp group. I might not respond immediately, since I also work until 5. But if you've posted your question there, you know it's posted and it will be attended to. And then I will answer, and we can arrange a session. Good.
Charles, as a student who has now done 2601, 2602, and that is currently have 3701 and 3702, all the topics of 2602 and 2601 are applicable for 3701 and 3702. It's actually impossible to do anything in 3701 and 3702 without understanding the basics of 2601 and 2602. But there are specific stuff on 3701 and 3702 which is not covered, but it's built on from prior knowledge of 2601 and 2602.
Good. I think then the best way forward, thanks for mentioning that. What I will then ask Adele is to, when I do draw up the schedule, and again I'm going to say economic order quantity, we will send that same invite to the 30th, Adele. I don't know if you agree with that. So yes. we will send the email to everybody. So guys, you must please pay attention to your emails and WhatsApps if you are on my WhatsApp group. So those are the two main mediums of communication. From UNISA's side, the emails. Very important that you look at those emails. The topic will be clear. So you know that we will be discussing this topic. We will be doing practical examples on that topic, and you know whether you need assistance in that area or not, whether you are second year or third year, and whether you need to get back to basics, which is sometimes a brilliant thing to do, but you'll have to make that decision. But in terms of communication, Adele will then communicate that to both the second and the third years, and I will also on the WhatsApp group say what I discussed with the third years and the second years.
Charles, I would just like to determine at this point in time, if we schedule sessions and students don't turn up and they prefer to go and listen to the recordings afterwards, then I would rather want an indication of that, because what we can then do is not schedule sessions, but extend the one-on-one sessions to the MAC students. So let me just put that in perspective. You, in our model of facilitation, you have the broadcast sessions, which is for the large groups. And in addition to that, you also have one-on-one sessions. So you will receive a query form, and you can have your own query that you want a one-on-one session with Charles with. Now, what I'm saying is the students can also now say, you know what, Charles, maybe we don't need the large group sessions. We only need the one-on-one sessions. And then when Charles sees, but there are similar queries coming in, he can schedule a group session for students on that particular topic.
Yes, I think that's a good idea. If I get 1 or 2 queries, what I will do is then, Adele, I can post it on the WhatsApp group. And if I get enough reaction to that, then I can communicate it to you and say, yes, 1 or 2 students did fill in a query form. However, 5 more would like to attend a session on that topic. And then we arrange a group session.
Yeah. Or do they now want to decide that they actually want the broadcast sessions plus the one-on-one sessions?
Adele, should we do a vote?
Yes, I think so. Let them put
Okay,
up
so-
their hands. How many of them would like to have both the online group sessions that we schedule per week or as you are available, and the one-on-one sessions? Let's just see who want both.
Okay, so basically there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As I'm counting 7 people that would like both. 8, 9.
Is that the majority?
6, 7, 8. Yeah, it seems like it.
Okay. Well, then, Charles, I'm more than happy to try it. You know that we schedule the broadcast sessions. Now we just need an indication of what days will suit students better. I don't know if you're available on Saturdays, Charles.
Adele, this time actually on a Monday I'm still open for on Mondays for an hour. Saturdays are open, Mondays and Tuesdays 5 to 6. I'm open, okay. So we need to see which modules we get the most reaction on, and then obviously there's some time further in the week as well. But in terms of Mondays and Tuesdays, 5 to 6, because from 6 to 7 I have the FAC modules.
Yes. Okay. Can we just quickly see how many students would prefer a Saturday? Now, remember just to lower your hand so that we don't deal with historical hands. So on the previous question, just lower your hand and then we look at now who would prefer Saturdays rather than the weekdays?
So we are currently sitting with 6 students. Are there any more for Saturday? 7. 8. Okay, so it seems like Saturday.
Okay. Shall we try a Saturday?
Yeah, Adele, I think let's try Saturday. It will probably be the afternoon.
Okay.
So let's give it a. I'm prepared to do it on a Saturday if the students are committing to participating, because this is really something that I would like everyone to see succeed. I want to see them succeed at. So I will definitely assist where I can. Then So if we can try for Saturday afternoon, I'll communicate the time with to you if and then the
Okay,
students
and I'll-
also give feedback.
Okay, perfect. All right, then let's start there with scheduling the first session. Can we do it this coming Saturday, even if it's just an intro?
100%.
Okay, what time, Charles?
Can we please make it 1 o'clock?
1 o'clock. Okay.
1300.
13 hours. All right, I'll schedule it. You will get the email, and I will, yeah, make sure that you see the email. That will then be a MAC link, okay? Because we're going to formally schedule it. Okay.
100%.
Thank
Guys,
you very much.
I see more hands going up. Is that voting hands or question hands?
It's question hands from me.
I'm just going to, excuse me, Charles, I'm going to start another session. I'll come back.
100%. Ellen, you've got the floor.
Yes, I would like to, is it possible maybe to have it after 2? Because we have, like I have FAC that's happening sometimes on a Saturday, sometimes it's on a Sunday, but on a Saturday, sometimes those lessons, they start from 12 until 2.
Okay, 100%. I'll tell Adele. 2 is fine with me as well.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Good.
Hi, Charles. Just another, say, comment from our side. MAC 2601 is the costing side of it, and
Yes.
then MAC 3701 is the, say, the follow-on module to that. So
Correct.
when you do your sessions, is it gonna be all MAC modules as one session, or are we going to split it in the 2 separate legs of MAC?
Good. I think let's give it a test run for this week. I have to, based on the feedback that I've now received from the students, and see that there is that students would like the classes. I have to go and plan and see exactly how we're gonna do it. So I need to touch base again with Adele, but like I said earlier, it will be topic based. Okay. So we will discuss a specific topic and maybe make it 1 hour for 2601 and 1 hour for 3701.
100%.
But that's just a suggestion at this time. I have to go to the study material and plan the logistics surrounding it.
Thanks, Charles.
100%. CJ, you've got your hand up. Do you have a question?
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi, CJ. Yes, I can hear you.
And then MAC 3703, is that going to be dealt with separately?
I didn't. Adele didn't make mention of 3703. I'm writing 3703. Yeah, I'm writing it down. CJ, if you can just send me also a WhatsApp to that number.
Will do.
Also with the module code, and just state the question that you've just asked me. Then I have a record that I can get back to you on that.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks, CJ. Guys, are there any more questions that you would like us to address while we are all here? So if we schedule a class for this week, Saturday, 2 o'clock, can I please get an indication? I know we can't predict the future, but can I please get an indication as things are standing now, who will be able to attend that class at 2 o'clock on Saturday? Just keep your hands up, guys. 100%. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. We will then have an introductory class on Saturday. I will send you guys the topics, but it will mainly deal with partly 2601 and then also 3701. Lauren.
Hi. I will also only be able to attend or be willing to attend if there's going to be for support for MAC 3703. I already did the other two modules.
Also, just please send that WhatsApp for me, and then we can also see if we can maybe schedule one-on-one sessions, or if there's more than one or two students, then we can actually decide maybe we can add another group.
Okay,
So
thank you. That's why I
please,
didn't raise my hand, because I'm not going to do it if it's going to only cover the other two modules.
I hear you 100%. Okay, cool. Just send me a
Thank
WhatsApp and then
you.
we'll deal with it.
Will
Thanks.
do. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Guys, there's still hands up. I'm not sure whether someone wants to ask a question. Siyabonga, you want to ask a question? Siyabonga, your mic is just mute if you want to ask a question. Cool, guys. Thank you for that. I'm gonna mute my mic. If there's any other questions, I am still listening, so you don't have to put up your hand to ask a question. You can just ask, and I'll immediately unmute and ask.
Wat was hy, mami?
Hi, Charles. Can we take as if the meeting is over now that no one is really asking questions, and it seems as if we've all agreed to be attending the class on Saturday at 2
I'm
o'clock.
happy with that. I'm just staying on for this for the students' sake. So if anyone else wants to ask a question, I am here. If you guys want to leave, I think anything else will be communicated over the WhatsApp group, as well as email. So please make sure that you have those two communication lines available and you are checking them. Thanks, guys. I'm still on mute, but if you want to go, you guys can take it as the meeting has been concluded.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Are you done, Charles?
I'm still here, Adele, and if someone else wants the question, I'm still waiting.
Okay. Can I stop the recording? Oh,
Yes,
no,
you can.
Okay. Okay, Charles, can we have a conversation after your class? I just want to start a new session quickly.
100%.
Adele,